I got to tell you, folks, we got a problem, and that problem is called carbon dating, and it was carbon dated in 1988, and they said it had a date range of 1260 to 1390. So I guess that's the end of this lecture. So, well, maybe not so fast. Maybe we'll see what happened versus what was supposed to happen, and that's always interesting. So the original protocol that was agreed to in 1986 was completely ignored. They were supposed to cut at least 3 samples from 3 different locations on the shroud. They didn't do that. So what did they do? Now this is the general area that was cut for carbon 14. You see this big chunk that was cut on the far left, and there's another big chunk on the far right as well that was cut off. And you see at this point, from 1453 until 1983, that's 530 years. It was owned by it was in private ownership, owned by the Savoy family, and all the kings of Italy came out of the Savoy family either by blood or by marriage. And so it appears that in the early 1500s, one of the Savoys went a little crazy, started cutting off chunks of the shroud, as you see here on the far top, far left, and to cut this up into little snippets. And these little snippets would be given out to there would be royal gifts because the shroud would have been considered a first class relic. And so let's drill a little bit further into this corner. So now we see that this is the section that was cut out in the 1500s. This little section here was cut out in 1973 for textile analysis. Now this is 1978 photography, so the cloth hasn't been cut yet for carbon dating. That's on purpose, so you can see where the sample was cut, right in this darkened area, right adjacent to this seam. And you can see the diagram down here. 3 little postage stamp size samples sent to the lab. This larger sample was retained. It was not carbon dated. It's called the reserve sample. Now, why is this a problem? Well, let's look at the way that the shroud was exhibited in prior centuries. And what we're going to look at are etchings in silk and copper over the course of several hundred years.